Alright guys, welcome to ErebosGamingHD. So, we're in another fight today, and we're against Joe Frazier, so another big name. And I can't imagine him being too difficult, to be honest with you guys. He's a small guy, he's inside fighter, and as far as I'm aware, he's just going to get his face pounded off. He's going to get jabbed and straight, and that's it. I don't know about you, but it looks like my guy's a little bit orangey today, a little bit red. I don't know if that's just the lighting in this room, or whether it's actually on the game. I haven't changed nothing, so I don't know what that's about. Maybe it's just this lighted in the room. But yeah, there should be quite an interesting fight. Joe Frazier has got a very vicious left hook, and you know, he is a southpaw character, so you know, sometimes you get a bit complacent. You're just looking for the right hook and you're ready to just sort of bob and weave out the way of that right hook. But I've done that before against Joe, and he's done this big looping left hook, and it's just smashed me in the face and just, you know, done either an instant knockdown or, you know, a flash stun. So you've got to be really careful when you're fighting this guy. You just got to be careful for that left hook all the time. And you know, you try to get one there. Luckily I had my block in time. You've sort of got to watch out when he comes from a distance and sort of does that sort of leaping shot. Normally when he's in a little bit of danger he might try and throw it, but yeah, the majority of the shots you're looking out for the hooks, and I am getting really quite close to this guy, to be honest with you. I'm trying to sort of get him to entice him to throw one of these big hooks so I can show you, but it doesn't look like he's biting at the minute. He's throwing a lot of these lower uppercuts and stuff like that. Hopefully we can take him down fairly soon. Don't want this going too long. It shouldn't go too long, really. Joe Frazier. There we go. Left, right, left, right. He's got a very good defence, I've noticed, actually. I don't remember him having this good defence. I suppose we are greatest of all time, in all fairness. But, you know, very good defence. He just seems to have that guard, that cross guard. It's really quite difficult to break at times. You've got to be really careful sometimes when you're fighting these characters, because you can really wear yourself down by trying to take them out. George Foreman is a big guy for doing that with. You know, you can try and fight George Foreman all day, and because of that big cross guard that he's got, you can end up just, you know, not getting through, and eventually you find yourself with no stamina, and then he beats you either in the late rounds or he'll steal the fight on points in the last few rounds. So you've got to be really careful against people with cross guards. And if you're fighting online, a very good option is to choose the cross guard just for that reason. It's very good defensively. It's not so good at getting sort of from the body to the head. If you're fighting a guy with cross guard, or if you're the guy with cross guard, you just got to be careful people that go like body head, because with the cross guard it's quite difficult to actually, you know, get to the head to the body, to the head to the body with the cross guard. But wherever the actual guard is, it will be much more effective than, for example, the standard sort of peekaboo style. And you know, the peekaboo style is good for jabs and straights, but it's not very good for left and right hooks and so on, and not very good for uppercuts either. So he's actually got a very good guard for a person who's actually fighting my style. So that's probably why I aren't doing as much damage as you might expect. But at the same time, I can't exactly go to his body a lot because of how tall I am. And if I start going to his body, that means my head's got to come down, which makes my head much more vulnerable to those sort of big looping shots that he does. I do apologise, I haven't been too well the last couple of days, so still a little bit groggy. So, right, this guy, as you can see, them hooks that he's doing, they're just coming short. They're just not quite hitting the spot when he throws them. He's either just brushing my arms or he's just coming short to the chin. Now, that's fortunately for me that I'm tall and that he can't actually hit me with those shots cleanly all the time. But like I say, if I do start going to the body a lot, or if I go to the body really at all, I'm really opening that chin up for a big right hand, and if he catches me, you'll just see my health just fly down, and I really don't want that. You can overlook someone like Joe Frazier, but in reality, he's just a southpaw Tyson with a stronger left hook than his right. That's all he really is. He's just a smaller Mike Tyson. He might not be as quick as Tyson. He might not be, you know, as sort of effective as Tyson as far as just being able to knock people out straight away. But, you know, he's the closest thing to Tyson, and he's probably got better stamina than Tyson, in all fairness. If I was fighting Tyson, I'd feel quite comfortable if I was Joe Frazier. Although obviously I'd be quite comfortable if I was Tyson fighting Joe Frazier as well. So yeah, it's just one of them things. He's just an alternative to Tyson. That's how I sort of see Joe Frazier. and hopefully we will get a chance to fight Mike Tyson in his career. I can't see how he wouldn't. I think he's holding one of the belts at the minute, so that should be good. Another note as well to Asmith Sounds, that he asked me if I could not show the training at the start of these videos, which is one thing that I've skipped out. So I hope this is a bit better for you. I would have cut the training out anyway for this video, because it's you know, it's just one of those things. I don't tend to do the same every time, but you know, it's just one of those things. You know, if he doesn't want me to show them, if anybody has any suggestions, I will cut them out, and I'll cut the training out in the future as well. So yeah, I hope that's okay for you, and if you want me to add anything or remove anything, just let me know in the comments and we'll get rid of it for you or change it or whatever. Obviously within reason. If somebody asks to play like a level of Mario in the middle of a fight, that might be a bit hard to do. So yeah, this guy's taking a bit of a pummeling. So there's not a great deal to really say here about this fight. I mean, it's reasonably slow paced. I can't really land many effective straights. I can't really land that many effective punches at all, to be fair. You know, he's blocking a lot. He's being really conservative with the shots that he's throwing. And, you know, it's really hard to break his guard, other than, you know, to keep pummeling with these jabs and then following up with the straight in the middle. And, you know, there's not a great deal I can do to change that. So yeah, not really sure how we're going to break this guy's guard. Okay guys, so we're moving on to round 5. Round 4 was just quite boring there. I'll probably cut that out. It's just the same old crap, and it was just more dancing around and, you know, just doing the same old jabs and stuff like that. Not a lot to say about that last round, so if it's in there, it's in there. If it's not, it's not. But who knows? More than likely it won't be. Really boring, that round. So round 5, I've managed to weaken him down a little bit, but he's still really difficult to break that guard. I think his guard's dropping a little bit now. I think I can sort of break it a little bit more. A lot more difficult than I thought this fight would be, in all honesty. And I think it's more down to the fact that how I'm actually playing it at the minute. I'm not going to change how I'm doing it, but one thing that I haven't really done in this fight was stand away and let him come to me. That's one thing I haven't done. I've sort of gone rushing in, and even though I am stepping off on the back foot quite a lot, I'm not actually doing the whole stand away, let him throw and then land the shots, which would be probably more effective, you know, for standing back like I'm doing now a little bit more. But because I'm pushing forward like this, he's actually giving him more opportunity to get more defensive, and that's what's made this a bit of a longer night than it probably should have been. And I sort of realised that last round. You know, I was just basically ploughing forward, couldn't land a shot on him, wasted quite a bit of stamina, and then sort of walked back, realised I was getting a few shots off him. So I'm not going to change it up too much, because I want to continue how I'm doing this. I want to sort of pressure him down, and I want to sort of test this guy's sort of close range abilities, if you will. But I did honestly think that this guy would be on the floor already. I did think that we'd had this guy down in maybe round 2 or 3, so really quite surprised with this. But obviously cutting out the last round, if I do so, will obviously save about 3 or 4 minutes on the video. Hopefully I can knock this guy out in this round or the next, and then, you know, happy days, we'll be all good. But yeah, I need to start sort of stepping off a bit more, letting him come forward more, and I'm really pressuring this guy a lot. I'm pushing forward and just letting him just sit there with his guard up, which is not really very, you know, efficient at all. It's not efficiency at its finest, that's for certain. There is a friend request there. I'll have to get around to that after this. And right, next round, round 6. Let's dance, Mr. Frazier. Very good boxer Joe Frazier was in his time. Very controversial fights with Muhammad Ali. Some of the best fights, actually, if you're into boxing. Very, very good fights. Very controversial on who actually won the exchanges. I believe one of the fights, Joe Frazier was pulled out of the fight in round 12, at the start of round 12, whereas Ali in his corner said he wanted to give up, and because the referee had called it off for Joe Frazier first, Ali won or something like that. It was very interesting. And this guy can actually go down here now. This pressure might actually be working for once. You see, he caught me with that shot and nearly took my stamina all the way to the bottom. Unfortunately for him, though, it's too little too late, and looks like he's going down. There we go. This really hasn't been a very efficient night at all. You know, it's been really quite a struggle, because I've been pushing forward and not letting him come after me. And you can see the sort of difference when you stand in front of him compared to when you sort of stand away. And, you know, obviously if I sort of stand at distance and wait till he throws the punches, it'd be much easier for me to actually land a few myself. By pressuring on and by moving forward and stuff like that, you can actually make it quite difficult for yourself, which you can see what I've done now. You can see my stamina is actually lower than his. His health's lower, but my stamina is significantly lower, and if this carries on, round 9, 10 could be really quite difficult for me if I don't take him out now. I should be able to take him out now though. But look at the damage he's doing to that stamina. You know, this is a bit worrying, to be honest. I'm not really too comfortable with this. Not entirely sure the best thing to do other than to try and spark this guy out. So, we've got 40 seconds left of the round. If I say 3 or 4 good shots and this guy can go down. It always seems to be the case, 3 or 4 good shots. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 1, 2. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. Yes, that's it, that's it, that's it. He's gone, he's gone, he's gone, surely. Yes! Thank you. Come on, if he stays down now, we could be in luck here. I don't want this to continue on at all. I'm not comfortable with my stamina rate, and I won't get a very good recovery percentage. Ah, yes. I wouldn't have got a very good recovery percentage there at all. Quarter break there by him staying down. So, let's continue on. Let's see what the stats are now. Really quite fortunate there, guys, I've got to be honest. Played that all wrong. Should have stayed on the back foot against that guy. Didn't. Stayed on the front foot. Made it really difficult for myself. Okay, punch percentage. Again, not throwing left to right uppercuts and powers. And don't intend to either in the future, really. I do need to start doing it though, especially when I've got the belt. At the minute I'm playing safe until I've got my belt, and then I'll start being a bit more cautious. Sorry, not being a bit more cautious, being a bit more aggressive with my shots and the variety that I throw. So as you can see, guys, that's my 16th fight. My KO percentage has gone up. Connect has stayed the same, which is good. And my rank's gone to 9. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. And we'll catch you on the next episode. See you later.